Unlike a debit or credit card transaction, crypto transactions are not reversible. This is due to the immutable nature of the blockchain and the fact that settlement is final once funds are transferred from one crypto wallet to another. This is actually a pretty good thing on most days because you want a blockchain transaction to be something that can't just be changed up on you, and you want to know that you've actually received the money. However, if you do not know the owner of the wrong wallet address, there are no possible actions you can take to retrieve the funds. Because of this, it's really important to exercise caution when sending crypto and make sure the address you're sending it to is the exact match of the recipient's address. We're trying to make this much simpler now with things like usernames and decentralized identity, so that you can now have a simple, easy-to-use, human-readable identity instead of a long, complicated blockchain address. Some other ways you can make sure that a transaction is going to go through to the right recipient is by copying and pasting the address, or even better, scan the address with a QR scanner on your phone. And that's a good way to make sure that you won't screw it up. Now, Sarah, what are the other possible ways that I can screw up in crypto and lose my money?
So just like the early days of the internet and the Wild West, some people go all in without doing any due diligence on what they're getting into and without understanding market dynamics. So you gotta do your research on what you're investing in. And you also have to understand that the crypto market tends to move in cycles, so the price will go up and it will go down. You also have to take your security really seriously. If you set weak passwords that can easily be hacked, and you don't use multi-factor authentication for your accounts, you are more vulnerable to hackers. And although Coinbase has never been hacked, and we have state-of-the-art security, individual accounts can still be hacked. I always recommend people use a strong password manager. And that'll give you strong passwords that you never have to reuse, but are very easy to manage. It's not that hard to set up, and it protects all your crypto accounts, but also all your other online accounts too. I think everyone should be using a password manager for their online activity, and also multi-factor authentication. One thing some people do is they try to store their own cryptocurrency, which is really secure if you do it right. But if you do it wrong, that can be very bad. Self-custody wallets are wallets where you control your own private key, which is a 12-word or 24-word seed phrase. If you lose your private key, from a cryptography standpoint, it is impossible to access the funds that are in that wallet. So people who store their own cryptocurrency often store their private key offline to protect it from hacks, but also in a place where it can't be lost, physically stolen, or even destroyed in a fire or a flood or something crazy like that. Some people don't want to have that level of responsibility for their own private key, which is why they would use a product like Coinbase Retail. So they don't have to manage their own private key, and there's always things like password recovery. There are also, unfortunately, scammers out there who will do anything from creating fake websites to sending legit-sounding emails or fake celebrity endorsements, giveaway scams on social media, you name it. Maybe a developer or a team creates a new crypto token, gets people really excited about it, get them to invest in the project by hyping it up, and then they exit with all of the funds that were invested, or they dump the token onto the market and drive the price down to zero. So that's why you see all kinds of crazy stuff in the headlines. But you can protect yourself by taking your online security seriously, doing your homework before you ever invest in anything, and don't trust anyone that you don't know very well. Generally speaking, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So now, hopefully, you know a lot more than I did when I started about Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain, and other cryptocurrencies.